So this is the Pit of Heresy. This is Pit of Heresy handbook, and we were talking about what you should be using in Pit of Heresy. If you're doing it solo and if you're doing it on speedrunning. For the first encounter, I just run Eager Edge, man. Like for every encounter besides final, you should be running Eager Edge. So first and second, and every single transition encounter, you should just be running Eager Edge to make it very quick. There's not really much you do in the first room, anyways. So you're just gonna want to use it to make it a little quicker. If you have trouble surviving, even with Eager Edge, I guess use a grenade launcher, use a rocket launcher, use maybe a higher damage sword, if you want. Don't tell me to shut up. You can use tractor cannon, whatever. For if you're having issue with killing like the wizard, you can make it easier by running. You can make it easier by either running Well of Radiance or anything that applies a weaken effect. So this is a collective obligation if you really want. For second encounter, I personally run a sniper and anything that can deal with edge really quick. So Sunshot, Trade Eagle, Graviton Lance. Those are three solid options. But a lot of other people use a machine gun, which is perfectly fine. I prefer Eager Edge, but a machine gun is perfectly fine. But a lot of people use a slug shotgun to be able to one-shot the knights and just say whatever, like the knights that spawn the balls, and just say whatever to the ones that spawn on top. That's also perfectly fine. For final encounter, you can probably just run anything that gives decent damage. Make sure you can live. If you're really afraid of dying, you can run like I guess like a sword with well if you're using that, or a bubble with well. But I would recommend running a damage super and just like Thunderlord if you want easy damage, but I don't tell people to use Thunderlord because it stunts your gameplay. Like a GL, a rocket, a linear fusion if you can hit your shots, a rapid fire sniper, a fusion rifle, even Whisper of the Worm is pretty okay. Like if I were to do it right now, I'd probably run this. No, sorry. I'd probably run something like this, this, and this. Or like this actually. It's a little outdated, but I don't really care. It's just like an easy run at that point, and there's no reason to not to. So that's what I do for that. If you're doing speeds, however, again, you're gonna want to run Eager Edge Sword. You're gonna want to run Fourth Horseman, and you're probably gonna want to run a rapid fire sniper. There's a skip you can do. It's 1 to 2, which I'm going to play right here. And then this next skip is 2 to 3, which is it from 2 to 3? No, it's from it's from the transition encounter from past 1, beyond 2, and then there's another one that goes through. I'm pretty sure. That's right here. Might have gotten the details a little bit wrong, but on final encounter, I believe I think you just use like the highest damage thing in the meta at that point, because like with Shattered Throne, it's very easy to say Wardcliff Coil because it's going to be the quickest no matter what. They're not going to nerf Wardcliff Coil so much that it can't do 10 million on a shot. Well, it's changed now because of new damage stuff. But yeah, run egrets for all of it, just to make it very quick as well. You can do a thing where you can like press jump and C while you hold the balls to go a little bit quicker as well. There's also tech that you can perform to make to get a ball from the other knight that's outside the set, like on second encounter. Like you can make sure the knights that have the balls don't despawn, so you can get an extra 1 for rotation. That's very nice. You can have one person work per sword bearer on the first encounter. On the third encounter, you just do the same thing. It's just about being timely, it's about getting consistent, it's about getting the skips fast, it's about doing the balls quick. Second encounter is probably going to be the biggest thing that determines if you have time or not. First is also a big one, not really so much final. Final can get done in like 50 seconds. Alright. So, yeah, if you're on Titan, just run anything generally survivability. And if you're on Hunter, if you're on Hunter, you can run Invis. This is for solo. You run Invis. If you're on Warlock, I would just run like Well or a Damage Super or whatever. Alright, that was a very quick one. A lot quicker than the Shattered Throne one. If my friend Kevin has anything else to add, that'd be great.
Okay.
Anything at all?
No.
Why don't you tell him about how much you love D2?
Yeah, I play this game every day, bro, totally.
Alright. I guess that's it. Still haven't shaved. Not gonna do it anytime soon.